Hey guys, what's up? It's Mikexingchen. Welcome to the October edition of me commenting on your comments. So let's jump into it. This is when footage of a flying dragon was captured in China. Jay Lopez says, it's just a Charizard, no biggie. I saw this comment. I wanted to ask you guys because I don't do this anymore. I basically stopped playing Pokemon. Is anybody else still playing Pokemon out there? I kind of stopped. I was wondering if I'm the only one. Next comment, shiresmiles says, I'm going to start my own exorcism business, maybe call it Less Possessed. Okay, on these types of videos, this was some other comments that was brought up about these particular types of videos. What I used to do was I cover one topic per video, but then I realized, okay, those videos were only about 2 minutes. It's kind of like annoying to do those all the time. And if there's a lot of interesting topics, I have to kind of like separate them out. And that's annoying for you guys because I also don't want to spam you guys. So I started putting all these topics into one video and I really like doing that. So here in this video, I also talked about, besides the flying dragon, I also talked about a phenomenon that there's not enough exorcists in the world. Like where nobody wants to do exorcisms because they're scary. So Miss Smiles' comment about starting her own exorcism business, I think that's a great venture. You know what? Supply and demand, right? There's a lot of demons wandering about, probably because people still think Ouija boards are toys and buying them for their kids, and there's not enough exorcists. And that's why I was trying to tell you guys in the video, you'll never be unemployed because the supply seem to never dwindle. Also, calling it less possessed, so do you mean like you'll get rid of most of the spirits and just leave a tiny speck of demon behind? Next up, David Armstrong, same video, you didn't say how much an exorcist makes. Well, let me turn around and ask you, David, and all the rest of you guys watching out there. How much do you think is a fair price that someone can offer you to go and be an exorcist? What if I offered you guys $100,000, or not me, but somebody, offered you guys $100,000 a year, but you're gonna have to go deal with the nastiest exorcists like Linda Blair, head all twisting 360, vomit on you. Maybe you'll have swarms of flies flying out of your mouth, Chucky doll coming alive trying to stab you, those types of exorcisms. And if $100,000 is not enough, let me know, how much would it take for you to do those types of exorcisms? For me, I think it depends. Like the Linda Blair type where, I mean, the demon is pretty much constrained into her body and I'm not in much of a danger except getting spit on. I'll do $100,000 a pop for those. And then you got the Chuckies and Annabelles where these things are actually coming at you. That's gotta be $1 million a piece with full life insurance. Next is the video where they found the body of a supposedly dead mermaid, which I didn't really think it looked like a mermaid because that mermaid seemed to have a hefty bag for a tail. Edgar Sandoval says, hey Mike, you seem to be really open-minded when it comes to things like this. Aliens, time travel, mermaids. Is there anything in pop culture like this that you don't buy into? Not trying to be a jerk, just curious. Well, I make it a point, Edgar, to really try to be as open-minded as possible. I mean, is there a point where you become too open-minded or maybe too gullible? I think that there is a point you can get to where you are that, but I feel like being open-minded about things is the only way human beings can move forward, can develop, can improve. I think what's scary is when we try to limit ourselves as people. How we really grow is we try to do the impossible. I don't know if you guys saw this popular viral clip going around during the Olympics when they were comparing like the Olympics back decades ago to the Olympics today, and it's night and day. People weren't doing these triple somersaults and all these crazy things during their gymnastic routines. Decades ago, they weren't pulling off these insane twirls that you see in figure skating today. The only way people get better, become smarter, become more technologically advanced is we aim for the impossible. We surpass our limits. We explore the unexplored. And that's what we're doing in space as well, right? We're searching for extraterrestrial life, which is a concept, if you brought up maybe 100 years ago, you might be burned at the stakes. So I believe in a lot of these things because there's so much unknown in this world. Like I mentioned so many times before, 5% of all oceans in the world are explored. We are still discovering new species of animals, of insects every single year. Every single year, there's hundreds of new species discovered. So how can I sit here and be like, you know what? Mermaids don't exist. I know we haven't searched around 95% of the oceans yet, but nah, they don't exist. It's also just kind of crazy to me that nowadays, even some of the most brilliant minds in the world are like, hey, extraterrestrials do exist. Intelligent life that's not us definitely exists elsewhere in the universe. Time travel is possible. Multiple universes is possible. These are not just people who are just making these things up. These are brilliant, what we consider mainstream brilliant scientists are saying this stuff. And there's still people out there, I just don't get it. There's still people out there going, oh, I can't believe you believe in time travel. I can't believe you believe in aliens, you tin hat wearer. I mean, look, we are all entitled to our beliefs or disbeliefs, but I try to be open to all sorts of possibilities. All right, next, the Ouija board video. X for Shakano. I'd rather not play with this even though I'm skeptical. Better safe than sorry, at least when it comes to the Ouija. I 100% agree with that statement. There are a lot of people who mentioned in the comments that, oh, the Ouija board, it's just a toy. They sell it at Toys R Us. You know what? They also used to sell Coca-Cola with cocaine inside at grocery stores before they found out it was bad for you. How do you explain the tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of crazy Ouija board stories from all around the world? No one's telling stories about a demonic Monopoly game. It's all about the Ouija board. There has to be some truth to these stories, right? So, to me, I agree with you. I would never ever play with a Ouija board. Also, like this poster said, why risk it? What is the benefit? The upside, had a freaky good time at a slumber party. The downside, a crazy demon now follows me around. Next, TigerFire828 says, same video. Dude, I'm watching this in my basement where I sleep. It's just concrete. I call it the dungeon. Yeah, I always try to make sure there's a secondary escape route besides the door to my apartment. Like right now, I'm looking to my left and there's a window where I can easily jump out of. Not saying I will ever use it, but just in case. Next, Pitbull Mommy says, please someone answer this question. My daughter has an antique board, she means Ouija board, in her room that was given to her. It is never used. Is that still a possibly bad thing? Yes. Yes, that is a horrible thing. I mean, antique, anything to me is kind of a red light because you always hear about these crazy stories about a cursed bed or a cursed cabinet, but especially when you attach the word antique to things like dolls or Ouija boards, yeah, you gotta burn those things. Also, maybe don't burn it because I read a lot of people's comments that says if you burn the board, something evil escapes or something, so maybe go bury it, but please do not let your kids play with it, please. Next, this is the video where they found a couple secret rooms in the pyramid. Jarrell Legenzad says, am I the only one who keeps thinking, why do we keep looking for water in the search for alien life? Just because here on Earth, all life needs water? Is that any proof of the theory that liquid methane for just a random example can't prove life? This is something else I talked about in this video. I mentioned that we are looking for alien life, but I feel like we're only looking for alien life on planets that have water. So I really agree with his statement. We're really only looking for planets with water because we feel like that's the only way life can exist. And we're kind of also really only looking for microorganisms. I think that's what researchers think that's all they're gonna find, but we really don't know. If you think about it, we don't know what alien life really is. We're thinking too much about ourselves, like they have to be like us. They need water, they need this, they need that. That's why on this planet is most likely we'll find life because that planet is most like ours. But we know nothing. We really know nothing about alien life. We don't know how they survive. We don't know what they look like. We don't know anything about them. They may not even have bodies. They may not even exist in this dimension. We literally know zero. So when we try to go out there and find life based on our current conditions, I feel like that's really narrowing the search. Next, Amid Essa says, I don't understand why they want to hide it from the public if there is a UFO or other species on this planet or another faraway planet. What will exactly happen if the public knows about it? You know what? This is a really good question. Really interesting question. There's a lot of evidence right now that says, I'm going to do a video about this really soon because it's so interesting. And guys, I just want you to know, if you've been watching this channel for a long time, you know I'm not really into conspiracy theories, but there's so much information out there that says we have made history-changing discoveries before that was covered up. For example, there was a discovery possibly made in the Grand Canyon that would prove ancient Egyptians and ancient Chinese were at the Grand Canyon thousands of years ago. Right now, according to mainstream science, the modern humans came to exist 200,000 years ago. The Clovis people came down the Bering Strait and they were the first inhabitants of North America. I mean, that's what we're teaching in history books right now. So imagine there's a discovery that changes all of that. And now we have to question everything that's taught to us in our history books. Then maybe we won't even stop there. We might have to question everything we learned in our chemistry class, in our physics class, in every single class. All of a sudden, the foundation is shaking. Same thing with religion. What if there was a huge discovery that basically disproves of an entire religion? Then it might lead to a lot of chaos, a lot of instability. But that's just what I think. I'm really curious to know what you guys think about this. It's a really good comment, really thought-provoking. So let me know your thoughts down below. All right, guys, that's all I have for this video. And I mentioned in my last video, I wanted to do some live chats with everybody. So what we're gonna do is live stream on Facebook. Facebook live stream, I tried a couple times. It's really simple. I think it works well. So when you guys type questions or comments, I can read it and I can respond to you live. So we're gonna try it. The first one will be this coming Saturday, and this coming Saturday is the 12th, November 12th at 9 a.m. Pacific time. So this is going to be noon Eastern time, 9 a.m. Pacific time on Facebook, on the Beyond Science TV Facebook page. So if you want to participate in the live streaming chat, then head over to that Facebook page. I'll be sending out reminders as well on that Facebook page. So definitely go over there and like the page so you'll get those reminders. And again, this Saturday, November 12th, 9 a.m. Pacific time, 12 p.m. Eastern time. And I really want to make this a regular thing, so we'll do this one and see how it turns out. If it's good, if you guys like it, then we'll keep doing it. And as always, I really appreciate you guys watching this channel, leaving all the comments, and thank you all so much for watching this video. See you later.